Hey gamers, welcome to my game room. AJ from Rolling with the Roc here, continuing Kingdomino week with part 4, Roc Plays Kingdomino, designed by Bruno Cathala and published by Blue Orange Games. Before we start to play Kingdomino, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I greatly appreciate you doing so. I was able to meet the 100 subscriber goal that I had and was able to actually make my YouTube URL Rolling with Roc. So I'm greatly appreciative. Thank you so much for doing so. I hope you continue to watch my videos, share my videos with others, and leave likes and comments. That will help my channel to grow even more. But just for this goal, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. For today's episode of Roc Plays, I'm going to be playing the 2-player 7x7 grid version of Kingdomino. This is my favorite way to play Kingdomino, is with the 7x7 grid. So if I'm playing 2-player, I would just use either Kingdomino or Queendomino. And if I was playing 3 or 4 players, I would use both Kingdomino and Queendomino together. So in this case, for the sake of fitting it all on my table and being able to fit it on my camera, I'm just going to play 2-player with Kingdomino. So with that, we'll go down to the table. I'll do a quick setup, and then as I'm playing, I'll try to explain why I'm doing certain moves, and sometimes the game will just force us to do so. But I hope you enjoy Roc Plays Kingdomino. So we are down on the table. We're about to play Kingdomino. I just wanted to point out, I actually just got this really nice Lord of the Rings playmat. And so I'm going to try to use that for filming some videos. We'll see how that turns out. Please let me know if you like it or if you don't in the comments. But instead of doing what I normally do, where I would do a time lapse to set up the game, I figured it best to just have the camera running and I can explain the setup for Kingdomino as we go. So the first thing we do is we will pick 2 colors. Since I'm playing a 2-player game, I'm going to pick blue and the yellow sandcastle as my 2 characters. So I don't need the other castles, because I'm just playing 2-player. We need 2 starting tiles, 1 for each player. And we need all the dominoes. We will also need 2 kings for each player. And this time, because we're playing 2 players only, we will not put a king in our castle. Both kings will be used in this game by the players. So for now, we'll put these over here. I'll adjust once I get the box out of the way. And then we're going to just load up our tower. Like I said, if you have Kingdomino and you do not have a tower for them, I would say go and get the Kingdomino Age of Giants expansion. And that comes with a tower. It is what I would consider it essential. Excuse me. I would consider it essential to playing and having Kingdomino at this point. When we didn't know they were a thing, it wasn't as big of a deal. But now that these towers are out on the market, I think that alone is a reason to get Kingdomino Age of Giants for your collection. So you just load up all the dominoes here. In a 2-player game, you do use all the dominoes, just like you would in a 4-player game. And you will draw 4 dominoes every turn. So we will go ahead and hope those loaded right. Just slide them down that way. And we'll set our tower over here. We'll set Kingdomino right here so you know that's what we're playing. And then I will have a nice big area for both of our players down here. And I'll put these up here, hopefully. All right, and with that, we will start to set up for Kingdomino. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out our first 4 dominoes. We have 29, 12, 30, and 41. So we're going to line all these up. And I'm going to take 1 king from each and just choose one. So that'll be our first choice. And we will set the kings up like that. And we will flip over our tiles. So we have 2 wastelands, a forest with a crown and a grassland, a lake with a crown and a wheat field, and a grassland with 2 crowns and a wheat field to start the game. So the way this will work in the first round here is blue will choose a tile, then yellow gets 2 choices, and blue gets the last. And then after that, depending on how they go, we will go from there. Blue likes that, and so yellow will take crowns, and blue ends up with the blank wasteland for now. But wasteland does have decent crowns on it, so later in the game that could be worth good points. So what we do now is we draw out 4 new tiles. We have 40, 47, got some big ones here at the beginning, 6, and 34. And I will flip those right here. Got a couple of mountains. So we got a pure water tile, a lake with a crown and a forest, a mountain with a crown and a wheat field, and a mountain with 2 crowns, and another wasteland area. So blue's going to take the 2 crowns with the wasteland. He's going to put his first tile right there. And I am playing with the Middle Kingdom and Harmony variants as well. So I want my castle to be in the very center of my 7x7 kingdom. And I also want to have no empty spaces in my kingdom for bonus points. And I'll explain that more when we get to scoring at the end. So yellow has a forest with a crown. So that looks good for them. And they have a lake with a crown, so that's actually good with them. Both of those work. So they have to put these pieces on there. And actually, if I remember correctly, you have to do something a little different when you play Middle Kingdom. So we're going to actually do this. And for the sake of, I'm going to change him up too. So you kind of have to, when you play 7x7, you have to use a different grid. Because you basically add an extra row all the way around your board when you play with Middle Kingdom. And then blue takes their last one, they're going to get that. And this doesn't go anywhere on their board at the moment, so they're going to go there. And we get 4 more tiles. We have 39, 17, 28, and 24. Forest with a lake, forest with a crown and a wheat field, forest with a crown and a lake, and a wasteland with a crown and a grassland. So the way the board ended up now is yellow is on the top 2 spaces and blue on the bottom. So yellow basically has their choice of the first 2 tiles over here. First thing they're going to do is take this tile and put it here. And then they're going to choose a new tile. Forest and waters, well, actually they're going to place this tile here. Yeah, that works. And then they're going to take a forest with water. They're going to take their other crown and do this. And they will take the crown this time. So now blue gets 2 turns. And they want to do something like that, perhaps, and get one of those. And then something like this, maybe, and do that. We'll see if that works out for them. So now, once again, we have blue, yellow, 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 blue. And we have tile 3, 21, 22, and 35. We have a pure forest tile, a wheat field with a crown and a grassland, a wheat field with a crown and a wasteland, and a lake with a crown and a forest. Well, blue's going to take that tile with the wheat field crown, and this will go nowhere good in there, so they're going to go just right there for now. It's actually the only place it could go. Yellow will get this tile. And they will place it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I still have another row on either side. Is that the one I want to do? Or do I want to go over here? I don't know. We'll go with that and hope for the best. Yellow then wants that tile. And they're going to take that one too. They are just loving the forest and the water right now. And so they're going to continue to love the forest and the water. 1, 2, 3. Could do something like that too. And that sets my parameter for 1, 2, 3 away, going that way. Yeah, I'm going to do that. They're going to take the full forest tile, and then blue is going to get this tile, which works pretty well for them. They've gone 2 that way and only 1 this way. So we might have them go, oops, maybe something like that. And that's really giving them some room to work with their wasteland and try to maximize their points there. And they have that. So we move these over, and we get 4 new tiles. We have tile 33, 25, 19, and 27, which is a crown on a wheat field and a forest, a crown on a forest and a wheat field, a crown on a forest and a wheat field, stop me if you heard that before, and a crown on a lake and a forest. So these are good for both players. Yellow goes first and places their double forest over here, because that works really well for them. They may want to actually set a boundary. What I have to start to consider is how all the dominoes are going to fit. This is 1, 2, 3. And that would be 1, 2, 3. So this would be the very corner of the 7 by 7. So this actually works well because this is leaving me an option for wheat field and forest up there and setting my boundary for my middle kingdom. So I do like that. Now, if I want to get points for this wheat field right here, it's not a bad idea to actually take this one instead of the more crown to make sure that I'm getting points in all areas. And since there's 2 forest tiles here with crowns, I have a decent opportunity to get another one of those crowns depending on what blue player does, as if I'm saying I'm the yellow player. So I'll go ahead and take that one. Blue player now has 2 decisions to put these down, and they're also trying to get their 7 by 7 grid. So they've already gone 3 this way, they can start to go 3 this way, but this card actually works really well right there. So we're going to have those go together. And blue doesn't really like forest or water. So we'll get them a grassland and forest so that they can go earlier next turn. And then we gotta put this one on too. And now here's the difficulty. I can add this down here to the wasteland since there's not going to be too much wasteland left. Or, I mean, I know there's only 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total wasteland tiles in the game, and we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So half of the wasteland tiles have already been taken, and we don't want to not be able to complete down here. So I could fill in that space right now and still be able to build off the wasteland, or I can use that tile up here and get more points with that crown. Because if I put this down here, it's only most likely going to be 1 point for that and an extra point for this, depending on the crowns. So with that, I think I will indeed put it over here. How do I orient it is the question, and I think that's answered by doing it this way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's my 7 that way. And I'm still going 1, 2, 3. It can work still. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Yes, okay, so that works. Sorry, and then you could see how the 7x7 is so much more challenging than the 5x5, because you really have to consider, it's pretty easy to envision a 5x5. Envisioning 7x7 before you really set the boundaries, and that's kind of why I recommend setting a 7 boundary in one direction early, so you can start to envision how the dominoes are going to start to fit. Now the next question is what do we want to do with this blue player? Does he want to go for a wood crown, a forest crown, or a lake crown? And if we come over to our score sheet, we see that there are 18 lake tiles and 22 forest tiles. So there is more forest than there is lake. But there's 6 each of their crowns. So I think what we're going to do is get the lake, and that'll leave this one for the yellow player. Yellow player will put that here, which, ooh, hold on. Wait, no, this is 1, 2, 3. Oh, see, yeah. I screwed up for yellow player. I did, because look, I put, this is 1, 2, 3. I can't fit 2 dominoes here. Oh, no, yes I can. I take that back. Excuse me. I only went 2 this way. I have another row up here, so I should be able to make that work. I just have to keep that in mind going forward, because I've only gone, over here I did 7 this way. I haven't done that over here yet. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have another row here. I'm glad I noticed that. So yellow gets that one. And yellow's lakes and forests are looking great. And blue player has the groundwork set for a couple different scoring areas in his wasteland, his mountains, wheat, and grasslands are all looking very good. So we have a 14 tile, the 1 tile, 31, and 16, which gives us a pure wheat field and a lake, wheat field and wasteland, and lake and wheat field. So not a lot of crowns this time, but if you add these to areas where you have crowns, you can earn a lot of points. And yellow is going first. They are going to add this tile here. It gets them a couple points for the wheat field. It's not too much, but it makes their forest even better. Or do I want to do that? I might leave that actually. I might do that here. That's dangerous. I don't want to end the forest. The forest is our big point getter over here along with the lake, so I don't want to end that. So yes, we're just going to do that there. And then yellow isn't liking this too much at all. It doesn't really want wheat field, and it doesn't want wasteland. So it's going to take the crown on the lake, hope for the best. Blue has this tile, which does more for them if they put it over here off of this. Now we want to, of course, leave some room for the mountain and the wasteland, but we do have a third row over here, so it doesn't feel too bad putting this like that. Is that the way we want to go? We have another row, and then we can do that. Yes, okay. Again, like I said, you have to really keep in mind your 7x7 when you're doing this, because one mistake can mess up your grid, and it's a lot of points if you do the middle kingdom. So blue now actually doesn't mind the double wheat field, so they will take that. Yellow has to put this forest crown and wheat field on, and this is where they will put that like that, continuing their forest. It kind of stinks that these and this is separated, but I don't think I could have kept them together and continued the forest. I guess I theoretically could have done them like this, and that might not be a bad idea. Let's do that. And yellow doesn't want anything to do with wasteland, so they're just giving that to blue at this point. Blue is going to take this tile and put it right there. And they get that. So we move these over. It wasn't a great round of selecting tiles, but they might be able to make something from it. We have tile 38, 46, woo, 44, got some good tiles coming out, and 13, which gives us a wheat field in a forest, a wheat field and a crown on a wasteland, a grassland and 2 crowns on a wasteland, and a wasteland and 2 crowns on a mountain. So blue is salivating because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crowns on here that just look great to them, but sadly they can only get 2 of those tiles. They do pick first though, and so they're going to take this tile here, place it there. Here. Because they want it in case more mountain comes. They don't want to completely block their mountain. And they're going to take that one, because that is definitely the best tile to go right here. It'll just flip that way. They definitely want that tile. Now they'll see what yellow does. Yellow is going to take this tile. It doesn't go anywhere great. So we're going to go here. I think I might set a boundary, actually. I think this is a good time to set a boundary, because if I do it that way, I've got 1, 2, 3 that way, and I've got 1, 2, 3 up here now. I can put dominoes either this way and have that corner piece there. So I've set a boundary now on this whole side for me, knowing that I need to put a domino here and 2 here in some combination. Now, yellow's best bet here is this tile, because it has the forest. But it knows that blue wants these crowns. Then again, this card, what I was going to say was yellow could take one of these, knowing that blue would take the other, and then it would still end up with that. However, I'm looking at this tile, and it actually fits over with blue pretty decently. So for that sake, not wanting to lose this tile, yellow will take that. which does give that to blue. So blue's going to take this tile and put it over here. And yellow will take their tile. And yeah, we'll just continue over here like this. That works very nicely. That lake for yellow is looking very, very nice. And so they get that. We move our tiles over. Yellow is going first and second this round, so we'll see if they get any good tiles. Well, 6 may not be a great start, nor 8. 37 is higher, and 4. So not the best options for yellow this time. We'll see if they turn out decently on the tiles. We have a pure forest. Oops. Another pure forest. A pure lake. And a lake and a grassland crown. Well, maybe not the best turn to go first normally. However, yellow really likes all 3 of these tiles. Yellow has 1, 2, 3, 4 crowns in their lake and 1, 2, 3, 4 crowns in their forest. Their forest is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles, and their lake is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they could do a couple different things. They could go heavy forest, or they could get 1 forest and 1 lake. But they have to place the tiles first, so maybe placing the tiles will give us a more understanding of what we might want to do. So we'll go ahead and place that tile there, which continues scoring for both this area and that area. And we will take the first player next turn. Yellow goes again, and now we have to place this tile, which isn't necessarily great for yellow. I am slightly concerned with how many tiles of water I'm going to need, and so I may take the double water next, but where I'm going to put this is concerning, knowing that, remember we said there were 10 wasteland tiles in the game. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 1 more. So I don't think I'm going to worry about trying to connect this. I think I might use that as my piece right here and finish that corner. Even though I'm not getting any points from that, it makes sure that my middle kingdom is still in play. And like I said, I think I want to put the double water here to not have a ton of water edges, because I still already have a lot. And so they're going to go there. So now blue has their 2 turns, and they are extremely happy. They will place this one here and get the forest. And then, like I said, they have this tile, which works great right there. And they get that tile just out of what's left. So now we're going to go yellow, blue, and we have the 18, the 11, the 5, and the 7. So pretty low again. And we are starting to get down to the nitty-gritty here. I just noticed that you actually can't see some of my board. So let me try to adjust that for you guys. I do apologize. I just looked up at my camera and noticed you can't see down there. And pull this up. And hey, now you can see there. So let's push this. So that is the edge of that. Once again, I do apologize. I should have looked up a little sooner, and I didn't. So now you can see our whole mat. Once again, I do apologize. So for 5, we have double forest, and 7, we have double water, double grassland, and a forest and a grassland. So once again, no crowns this time. So, but that's okay. We can make that work. Yellow needs to go, they've already gone through that way. They've got 1, they can go 3 this way.
I really want to keep the forest going. The forest is getting me a ton of points. I'm not as concerned about the wheat field. I do have another place where I can play wheat field. So I'm going to do that and potentially cut off my wheat field, but leave myself a bunch of room for forest. And with that, I could put this here and possibly get crowns for my yellow's grassland. But I think the best thing to do is take the forest and go from there. Blue has to play this forest. Now this would be 3 out wide that way. But they have to start worrying about their 7x7. I think that's okay. Is this 7 this way? 2, 3, 3, 2, 2. Yeah, okay. So that's them. And blue likes either one of these, to be honest. They'll take that one. So they can put more grassland here with those grass crowns. Theoretically, they could put it down here too, since they know not a lot of more wasteland is coming, but I think this would probably be the better play. So now they have water, and we're going to do this to cap that and get more water. And then blue has this right here. Actually, yeah, more crowns there, so when that tile comes, and they go there. All right. And once again, I want to make sure you guys can see all the way to the end. Yes, great. All right. We have the 42, the 32, the 10, and the 26. So those are looking better. We've got a double grassland, a forest with a crown, and a wheat field. The lake with a crown and a forest, and a lake with a grassland and 2 crowns. Whew, blue likes that tile. But first, yellow goes. Yellow has 2 forest tiles to place. And they're going to place those right there. You know, that is tricky. No, it needs to go there like that, and then we come out. I'll leave it like that. Hope for the best. And, well, I can make it the best by doing that tile. Then yellow goes again. And I don't want to necessarily block the wheat field. So this one's going to go here. It makes me have a lot of water still, though. And that is concerning. But there's water here. Water with forest, actually. So that sounds great. And then blue's got 2 turns. So the first thing blue's going to do is play here and take that tile, because that's going to work really good there. And then this tile's not going to work as good for them, but it works decently right there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this tile will go here and fill that gap. All right, so they get that. Oh, hold on. They may not want that, because they want that here. So this tile, oh, and that is ending their grassland. But sometimes sacrifices have to be made. I think what I'll do is put it over here to give me more options, and then I know this is coming down there. All right. We have the 15, the 45, the 20, and the 23. And just from pulling the dominoes out of the tower, I can tell we are getting very close to the end. And we have a wheat field and a grassland, a wheat field with a crown and a lake, a wheat field with a crown and another mountain. Ooh. And two crowns on a mountain and a wheat field. Once again, big eyes for blue on these mountain tiles right here will be great. And blue gets to go first. I'm going to try to, how far can I bring these up? Can you see these? Maybe I'll just try to compact them a little bit here so that I have the room. Yes, okay. I am going to put this tile right like that because that works really well for that wheat field. And blue wants that double mountain because they're going to get tons of points from that. Yellow is going to go ahead and take this tile and place it right there. I think I could get another crown from this tile, but if I don't put that, this tile wants to go here. And I wanted to leave that in case I got it stuck with something that I couldn't fit. Oh, this crown can go over here. Okay, yeah, that works. So it's not as many points in one area, but we're getting some points in different areas. So we'll take this one here and it'll go there. And then this tile, like I said, we want to go right here. Again, like I said, I'm leaving this open because I can put any terrain next to my castle. And right now, the only terrains that I can place in my kingdom legally are forest, water, grassland, wheat field, and grassland. I cannot place any mountain or wasteland tiles except for right here. So I'm leaving that open in case somehow I get stuck with that. I don't think there's many of those tiles left in the game, but I'm wanting to leave yellow's option open. Now, does yellow take? What does yellow take is the question. And that answer is, I don't know. The crown is good, except I don't think I'm going to be able to get these two crowns next to each other. If I put them like this, I could put one here and here, but then they're not going to touch there. So yeah, that's not going to work. Putting this here doesn't do anything for me. But a crown is a crown, and it keeps blue from, then I want to go first. Or blue, yellow want to go first. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. This tile goes here, because that's great. And blue goes first this round. So we'll move these over. Make sure everybody can still see, because I can't believe I did that. We got 36, 2, 48, and 43. And these are the last tiles. All the tiles are out of the tower. We have a double wheat field, and a grassland with a crown, a grassland with 2 crowns on a wasteland, and oh my goodness gracious, a grassland with the triple crown mountain. And blue is crying to themselves right now because they do not have enough room to place all of those points. They already have a double mountain that was going to go right here, and now they see this tile come out, and blue doesn't know what to do. Yeah, that is rough for blue. But first, blue has to take this tile here, and it's not necessarily great for them either, so it's gonna go right here. Yeah. Not great, but we can make something work. So now the question is blue. Does blue it's better to have this tile than this tile, but this tile works great here too. and this tile would work right there. So blue could be sacrificing 1, 2, 3, 4 points because he's only going to have a 2 crown and a 3 crown there. But by getting these 2 tiles, he's adding 2 more points to every one of these and getting 1, 2, 3, he's getting 4 that way. So I think that's what blue's going to do. He's going to try to get these 2. And if yellow lets blue get that, then make that work too. So blue's going to take that, and then yellow has to try to fit these 2 into their kingdom, which I think the best way of doing that is, let's see, putting that crown there is only 3 points. Putting them like that, and oh, I see what yellow can do. Yellow can do, nope, that doesn't work. I was going to say, could put this and then that and then this here, but that wouldn't be connecting. Yeah, it doesn't like that. But yellow could get, okay, I see what yellow could do. One of these remaining tiles have to go here because there's 1, 2, 3 tiles for yellow, and they got to go here, here, and here. But they could get this mountain tile and put it with this mountain here, which would be a decent amount of points. Yeah? Is it best to put this over here? Like that? No, because then you don't have you need the wheat open. Do I just put this like that and sacrifice the wheat and do, no. What do we do here? How does this work? Yeah, okay. We're going to do this. We're going to take that so that blue doesn't get it. We're going to take this one right here, put it like that, and take, wait, that didn't work. Yeah, that works. Take this. It takes it away from blue. And blue has to do this. So this is a good move for blue. And now this is the very last round. So blue takes theirs, and it's going to fit right here. Yellow is going to put this tile down here and get some points from that, so that worked. Blue takes this one, which fits right here. And lastly, yellow's tile goes right there. And so, right there, we have 2 perfect middle kingdoms and harmony on our 2-player 7x7 Kingdomino player. So I'm going to go ahead and I will show you how to add up all the points for this, and we'll go from there. So I went ahead and grabbed a piece of paper and a pen so we can do scoring, and both players were able to achieve the middle kingdom for 10 points and harmony for 5 points. So neither player lost points from that, which is great. Now we're going to go through and score each area, which it could be wrong, but I'm going to guess blue won this just by looking, because, good lord, some of these scoring areas are gigantic. So let's do blue first. And let's do the easy area. So there's nothing here, there's nothing here, nothing here, nothing there. nothing here. So a lot of the blues area isn't even scoring. There's 2 points there. There's nothing this here. This grassland area is nice. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crowns and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 times 8 is 40. Now we have our wheat field. 1, 2 crowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 times 8 is 16. We have, there's no crowns there, right? Yep, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crowns, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 40 points there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is not 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 crowns over 4 tiles. 7 times 4 is 28. And then they have 1 point from that. Yellow, that's going to be hard to compete with, but yellow doesn't have as much no point areas on their map. So we'll see what that does for them. Let's do the small areas first. We have 2 points right here. We have 1, 2, 3 times 2, which is 6. We have 1 times 1, 2, 3. And we'll leave the water and the forest for a second here. We got 1 times 2, so 2 points. And 1 crown times 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points. And 1 crown right here for 1 point. So now all we have left is the lake and the forest. In the lake, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crowns times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 times 14. So 5 times 10 would be 50. And 5 times 4 would be 20. So that equals 70 points in their lake. Now their forest is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crowns as well. Across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's 5 times 16, which is once again 50, but 5 times 6 is 30, equals 80 points. So blue had a bunch of big scoring areas, and some smaller stuff. Yellow had a bunch of small stuff and 2 gigantic scoring areas. All right, and I added up the scores, and from my initial look through, I was actually wrong. If I did my math right, blue ended up with 142 points, and yellow ended up with 183. They had 150 points just from their lake and forest areas. So just from those 2 areas alone, not counting any other bonuses, they had more points than blue, which is crazy to me. And I'm sure this game would go differently if you had 2 human players controlling both people. And I also noticed that this video went much longer than the normal runtime for Kingdomino. And I would say the 2 reasons for that is, 1, when you're doing 7x7 versus 5x5, it does take a lot longer. I mean, you have to figure 5x5 is just, 2 out in every direction. So this is 5x5. Having a whole nother outer row. And like I said, a lot of that is making sure it works if you're using Middle Kingdom and Harmony, because you don't want to mess up, because that can be, a difference of 15 points. But so it did run a little bit longer. Part of that was the 7x7 grid, like I said, doing the Mighty Kingdom. However, part of that is probably myself as well. I am known for a little bit of analysis paralysis at times, and you probably saw that during this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll go ahead and come back up, and that was Roc Plays Kingdomino. Now that we're back, I hope you enjoyed Roc Plays Kingdomino. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoy these Roc Play videos, and if I get good feedback, I will definitely make a lot more of them. With that said, that concludes Kingdomino week. We had 4 videos come out on Roc Reviews with Kingdomino, Queendomino, Kingdomino Age of Giants, and then the Roc Plays Kingdomino. Please go ahead and watch all 4 videos, leave comments telling me what you think of each game, likes, and subscribe if you haven't already. There is more Kingdomino content, so if you would like to see more Kingdomino, there is a Kingdomino Duel, there is a print and play expansion called Kingdomino The Court, and user content created as well on BGG. If you want to see more, please let me know that in the comments as well, and I can revisit a second Kingdomino week in the future. But until then, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share with your friends, leave comments and likes, all that good stuff. I greatly appreciate every interaction that you give this channel. You can also follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook at Rolling with Roc. If you're looking at my YouTube channel, right in the top banner, there are links to all 3 of those in the banner art. Once again, thank you very much for watching these videos. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see anything else specifically. And until next time, I hope everyone is well. You were watching Rolling with Roc.